playing the S2 guitars probably about 2 years ago now, and it was when they first launched the range, and I've been playing PRS for a long time before that anyway. And when the S2s came out, I really wanted to try them out and see what all the fuss was about. And I got an S2 Custom 24, and I started playing it live, and in the live environment it like performed incredibly. Like, it felt quite different to my what I played before, because I played an American Custom 22, and this just felt, it had slightly higher gain pickups, and the longer neck and everything just made the tone kind of really jump out and feel quite different and edgy, and I was really into playing it for a lot of the heavier tracks. And then when we went into the studio, I started playing on the S2 hollow body, the Custom 22 semi-hollow, and I instantly completely fell in love with this guitar. Like, I'd always wanted to try a semi-hollow guitar, and I'd never had one before. And this one, I thought it would get a bit kind of maybe potentially thin and stringy because of being hollow bodied, but it really just has so much warmth and so much kind of presence. It just really kind of ticks all the boxes for me. And live as well, it suits all the dirty stuff I do, like the heavies playing. Predominantly, I use, for my clean tones, a blend of the bridge and the neck pickups. So I have the selector in the middle, and then for dirty, I'll be flicking solely to my bridge pickup. And that was another one of the things that jumped out at me live when I started playing this guitar at shows. It was so easy to make that kind of transition, which can be quite awkward on a lot of guitars. So I can be strumming away, and then I can literally flick it back or flick it forward, and it doesn't disrupt my playing at all. So in the studio with the S2, the thing that really jumps out about this one was a lot of the clean tones that we've used on the album. I use a lot of delay on a lot of the clean parts, and this one, there's such great kind of dynamic, like when you're playing it, and it really cuts, as well as still keeping that warmth. And a lot of the time, the tone of the guitar can get quite lost in the delays, whereas this one, it still has that kind of degree of cutting that really kind of shines through, and still kind of brings the character of the guitar to the forefront in front of the effects, rather than getting kind of lost behind them. So I used this for a ton of the clean stuff on the record, and also it's got such a kind of vibey character that on a lot of the dirty parts of the record, I'd use it either at the forefront or as a texture on most parts to layer it up to really bring that kind of character of the guitar through, which I think when I listen back to the record now, it's got such a kind of vibe, and I listen to tracks and I see the guitars I was using, and the character of this guitar cuts through predominantly on most of those tracks. Yeah. So this is the new standard 22. Compared to my semi-hollow 22, it kind of feels, it's a little bit heavier. It's got a bit kind of more of a weight at the bottom end, I guess, by virtue of the fact that it's a solid body. Feels really kind of beautiful to look at. Finish is awesome. Like, I'm a sucker for an oversized scratch plate as well, which is nice. Yeah, I mean, this feels really sweet to play. It's got that kind of classic PRS feel. I like the scale of the neck. It's really what I'm used to. It's got that kind of full mahogany body, which gives it, I guess, a bit more mid-range on the parts, which is awesome. But it doesn't lose any of the kind of classic character that I look for in a PRS. Yeah, it feels great. the main reason that I use PRS live and in the studio, it all comes down to versatility, playability, and the fact that these bad boys just don't give up and nothing ever goes wrong with them, no matter how much I might bash them into stuff live.